Graduates of Stanford Business School call it the single most important skill they learned during their entire time as students. As a matter of fact, they said it was also the biggest determining factor, not only in their success on the job, but it was also the biggest determining factor in their subsequent promotions on the job. Of course, I'm speaking about communication skills. I am Dr. Derek Noble, and welcome to Lead Through Communication, a video series where I become your personal coach. I journey with you, I partner with you, and help you to become the leader and communicator you were destined to be, because leadership and communication go hand in hand. Not only am I a certified world-class speaking coach, but I am also a leadership coach and one of this nation's busiest and most sought-after corporate trainers. And I just want to share with you some things that will help you to become the leader and the communicator that you were destined to be. In this first episode, we want to talk about the best leaders are the best communicators. That's the title of this episode. The best leaders are the best communicators. And in this episode, as I will also do in subsequent episodes, I'm just going to give you 3 or 4 quick points that will help you to take your leadership potential and your communication potential to the top, and also help you to understand the direct relationship between strong leadership and strong communication skills. So the first of 4 points that I want to share with you today is this. Communicating well is the one critical skill that 91% of the workforce says their current leader lacks. Think about that. 91% of the workforce, that's almost 100%, folks. 91% of the workforce says my boss, my manager, my supervisor is not a good communicator. Maybe that means they're not a good verbal communicator. Maybe that means they're not good in communicating via email or letters. Whatever the case may be, 91% of the workforce says my boss can't communicate well. And if they don't communicate well, then they end up killing the morale of the people who follow their leadership. Well, the second point that I want to make is this. A communicator that cannot lead can tell you where to go. In fact, they can show you where to go, but they cannot take you there. I want you to imagine that you are describing for your family or your friends or whoever you spend time with. I want you to imagine that you are describing for them the ideal vacation that you are all going to go on. Folks, we're going to Hawaii, or we're going to Costa Rica, or we're going to Puerto Vallarta, whatever exotic location you want to come up with. And you start describing for them the places they're going to go and the sights they're going to see and the delicious food they're going to have and the culture they're going to encounter and all the things they're going to learn. And you get them so excited about this trip, but you're unable to take them on the trip. You can describe it for them, but you can't get them there. Can you imagine how they now feel? You got them excited about this wonderful journey and you told them all the signposts along the way, but now you can't get them there. So they're defeated and they're deflated. If you are a communicator who cannot lead, you are doing the exact same thing to the people who are trying to follow your leadership. You may be able to describe the vision. You may be able to talk to them about where this organization should be. But if you don't have the critical leadership skills that will get them from A to B, you've gotten them excited, but you have failed them, and now they are defeated and deflated. Communication and leadership go hand in hand. Well, the third point I want to make is the opposite of the point I just made, and that point is this. A leader that cannot communicate limits their leadership potential. If a communicator that cannot lead can get you excited, but you end up being defeated, then a leader that cannot communicate limits their leadership potential. Anything you want to do as a leader involves communication. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say you are the leader of an organization and you're trying to help your organization become better at customer service. Maybe you've gotten some complaints in customer service, so you want to help them become better at customer service. What is customer service? It's communication. How do we deal with angry customers? What do we say to angry customers? What are the things that we say and do to get customers excited and get them coming back? How do we get people to tell others about our organization, whether we are for profit or not for profit? All of those skills involve communication. Let me give you another example. Let's say as a leader, you are trying to navigate your organization through some type of change. Maybe this change is a merger. Maybe it's a downsizing. Maybe you have a new CEO and there are some new rules and regulations in place. How are you going to get people to understand what this change is all about? How are you going to get them excited about the change? How are you going to help them to understand that this change is necessary? What are you going to do to help them to understand what will happen to them if they don't follow through on these changes? All of those things involve communication. Leadership and communication go hand in hand. And if you're a leader who cannot communicate, you limit your leadership potential. Well, the fourth and final point that I want to make, I want to end this on a high note. And the high note is this: strong communication. Here's the fourth point. Strong communication is a skill that can be learned and improved upon. Take heart, those of you who are listening to some of these points and saying, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible leader. Oh my gosh, I'm a terrible communicator. Take heart, because leadership is a skill that can be learned and improved upon. And that's where I come in as your leadership coach and your speech coach. I help you to improve upon those skills. You know, people often say leaders are born, not made. That's partially true. I do believe there are some leadership qualities that are innate. But by and large, leadership is a skill that you can learn and improve upon if you have the right partner and the right coach. And that's what this leadership series is all about. I'm partnering with you to help you take your leadership to the top. The organization can never be a 10 if you are a 5. Keep that in mind. Keep watching and watch for these subsequent episodes. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me not only here, but also follow me on social media. You find me all over social media. Dr. Derek Noble. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Follow me there. I'll follow you back. Stick with me as we take you and your leadership to the top, and we show you how to lead through communication.